Good morning. Thanks for being here. My name is Doug from Digital Currency Traders, and I want to say in this live stream, first of all, I want to say thank you for you guys being here. The regular audience that keeps turning up for these live streams is what keeps me coming back to do it again. I'd be really keen to hear your success stories after one of these big trading patterns actually follows through. In today's live stream, I'm going to talk about the trading signal that just fired for XRP, so I'm going to open that up and go into detail. But before I do that, before I get up into all those different alert status coins that have just showed up overnight, I'm going to talk about Digital Currency Traders, the website. I've set up an automation now that is drawing the data from our pro alerts so that when we get something that fires to hold status, I have an automation that will take that information from our spreadsheet. It'll research data about that cryptocurrency. It'll write a title for it. It will put things into our spreadsheet, and then it'll create an article on WordPress, and it'll create an article on Medium, and then update the spreadsheet that everything's been completed. Next, I'm going to do an automation so that it'll automatically post this stuff out onto my Twitter and to LinkedIn and to a Reddit, a subreddit that I'm going to set up as well, so that we get this information out there everywhere for each of these different signals. So now that much of this process of talking about the signal is automated, I'm going to see if I can keep up with this. But you may notice that there is a gap here because we do have the alert status for all of these coins, and I'll talk about that in a second. Here in the Digital Currency Traders publication, I've been keeping it active and publishing things there. And we also have a number of other publishers and authors who publish with us. So we have Drops Tab, we have Chris Carvley, we have D4, Boyden, I don't know if I say his name right, Life in Crypto, Oli, Solidarity, Ragnar, and Neo77. If you would like to be an author, you can apply, and I'll help you automate some news from cryptocurrency into some really good articles for our audience. I don't mind automations if they are done correctly, and I'd like your feedback now if you think my automations are done right. And then before we get into the charts now, I'll invite you to follow along with this article that teaches you how to make money as a crypto influencer. And spoiler, it's not about your market opinion. It's not about your trading system. It's not about how accurate you are in your trades or how much money you've made. There's different ways to make money as a crypto influencer, and I talk about those. So join me there. Now let's jump into this automated signal. It's not fully automated, mostly automated, and then I have to come in and do some editing. So I have to figure that last part out. So I took a screenshot from our alert status. No, this is the entry status signal. The alert status went out on a different day. Do I have it, or I could click on it? Yes. The alert status went out on June 24th, and then the hold status fired on July the 12th. So we're prepared in advance. We've got our stuff in the charts ready for it. And then when it signals, now our job is to manage risk. So that important phase of getting ready for things is missed out here. You don't get that on these signals. As it comes out, it may be already too late, but you can see here that we're prepared for it ahead of time. And if that kind of preparation makes sense for you, then check out WAP/Digital Currency Traders. There's a 7-day trial for the full course, and you can join our waiting list if you want to get into the copy trading details. So here is the automated stuff that I've set up the automation with the command to go and grab this content in this and bring it back to me in this format, which is amazing to me. And I'm going to go through and improve this so that it'll do a couple different sections where the automation will follow a few different steps. It'll gather this, that, and the other information, and then it'll collect it all together into the post. In addition to, I needed to make an image for me. And then I've got details down below that are automatically put in here so that you can find details about our trading system, or you can skip the trading system and just get the indicator yourself so that you're not looking at anybody else to give you the signal. You don't need it. It's in the trading system. The system is written out. It's so clear that you can learn it and you can follow it and you can do it without anyone's help. So if you are on the live stream, say hello. And if you are watching afterwards, leave a comment down below to let me know you were here. It helps with the algorithm and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like there's somebody benefiting from my sharing this system. It has been a long, difficult road to hoe. Bitcoin dominance, 3-day view. We can see that Bitcoin dominance has been on an uptrend. So altcoin maximalists like myself are always watching and watching and watching for Bitcoin dominance to top out and do a drop. And usually, if there's any usual, it drops quickly when it does. And often it's right after a Bitcoin top. So we're in the place to be ready for it. There's two different places to be ready for. One is the golden pocket. It doesn't happen very often. And that's what I'm looking for now, is when Bitcoin dominance tops out and it's coming down at the same time that Bitcoin price is actually going up. So there's only a small window of time when that's happening where Bitcoin dominance is dropping and Bitcoin price is going up. Most of the time it's when it's stabilized and topped out that Bitcoin dominance does the big drops. As everybody sees the alts pumping, they put their Bitcoin into that, and it's craziness. It can be craziness. But we can also see up above that the Altseason Copilot filters out the crazy. So if it's not working, it pulls us back out of alert status and gets us out. So that alert to hold is a phenomenal filter for bringing us awareness and also for saving our butt and getting us out. But now that it's building up, it's so important to be watching these. I want to go through a quick bunch of coins. Let me go into Bitcoin first. And start zooming in on the time frames, because that RSI really did a nice bullish divergence, and it's held strong, so that if the RSI is breaking higher here on the daily, this is a really good signal here. That bullish divergence here, the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, it's really setting up nicely. I gotta go into the 4-hour time frame. So what I'm looking for now is the parallel trend line to break at the same time that the 1, 2, 3 formation is going higher. We are already into our signal. That signal fired back on July 10th. And then the 11th, we had BCH fired its signal. Today we have XRP. And I'm figuring that there's going to be a whole bunch more coins taking off too. So I couldn't add on to Bitcoin now until it breaks higher and comes back and consolidates. So there's not a lot to do in there. I can't even move the stop loss up in that. I have to wait. I have to be willing to take this loss now that I've put on that trade. And the only way to manage risk on this is to have a small trade so that this loss is not that significant. And then afterwards I can add on to it, and I've got the protection of the profit from this first trade. So this is a super important filter when you think through of starting small and adding on it, and you filter that through and you run that through 100 trades and 1,000 trades, and it really shifts the odds into your favor. It filters out a lot of the risk and the crap because you just don't have a big trade on at the beginning. So you just don't make big losses. And if you put your stop there where it's small enough that the loss isn't painful, you'll take the loss. If you do a big trade and it's high leverage, man, I don't want to take that loss. It's too big. So that's what kills me on those trades. And the smaller I trade, the longer I leave it, and I just look at other ways of making money in addition to trading, then I can leave it. I can leave it sit. I don't FOMO. I don't think about it. I'm busy with other things. So now the system is coming up close to a whole bunch of coins. And I'm just going to quickly go through chart after chart after chart now, and they will present themselves to us. I've got some of them laid out here so that you can follow along. Double AVE is in profit. Really nice. Stage 2. So these are the coins that are in profit. Double AV is up 22%. And I don't have to do anything yet. It's going to do something. There's nothing for me to do. I could move the stop loss up, but I'm lazy. Nothing there, nothing there. ADA is a little bit in profits, up 8%. And again, I can't move the stop loss up on this. Waiting. Nope. Oh, I was really thinking Alice was going to do something. It gets me every time I see that chart. ANKR, nope. Nope. Not yet. Nope. No. Probably, but I'm not trading this one. I think I will, but not yet. ARKM, when it consolidates and goes up, I'll be happy on that one. Nope. Close. It's probably in alert status, and it'll fire through, and then when it goes into hold status, I'll run this automation, and it'll create an article about it, and then I go in and edit the article to feature the stuff on there. So it's always going to be late, the stuff that's coming out in those articles, but amazing for instruction, because I'll update that article later with the hold status close for profit or the close for loss, and then I'll link back to the original article. So over time, I'll have article after article about each of these different cryptos and the whole trading sequences. So then each different trade itself, the story about the trade becomes a deeper and deeper revenue stream as time goes along, because I have more and more of these linked and chained together. AXS, okay, what was that? AX. Open profit is only 0.1, so I can't do anything with it. AXS, not yet. No. I'm ready. I think I got kicked out of that one again. And I would have to do it. I would just like moth to flame. I have to do it because I don't know the future. I have to do it small and then do it again small and then do it again small, and it'll catch and I'll have it. Not yet, but it's starting to make a consolidation that's got some juice to it. I don't have this as an alert, but this is where it would be, because it would come up and it would have to cross those EMAs as it came up past these levels and started to consolidate. That would make itself into a good formation, even though it doesn't have support from the past that okay, not bad. Not as good as I'd like. I'd like to have support from the past that it's still holding above, and this isn't doing it quite good enough, but it's still going to turn into a 1, 2, 3. So I have to put my opinion aside. And with the automations, when this is totally automated, the bot's not going to care. It's just going to trade these. It'll trade it small, and it'll be there, in and out. It'll chip out losses on some of these if it's putting in a signal and then having to take the loss. That's part of the system. The thing is, every one of those waves coming down, many of the coins make a loss, but some make a good profit, and it balances out over time. And that's a bunch of math that you don't get to see in these kind of videos. It takes a long time to put that math together. Now, BCH is a signal that's fired, and there was an article posted about it. And inside this article, there was a comment under the article. The guy said, "Hey," Michael said, "I didn't know this about," and I had to reply back, well, this was actually the AI generated content here. So I don't know if it's true or not either. I don't know any of these. So I've updated the automation so that it's more clear that this is based on the best information we have, and you should go and check the resources for up-to-date information, because that's the truth. It's based on the best information that the ChatGPT 4.0 has, and it's pretty good. So I'm good. We'll see how it turns out over time if I get flack from it, and you let me know. So BCH, there it is. Nothing to do on it now that it's fired. But we had to get prepared in advance for that in order to be there to now do nothing. Nope. I better zoom out a bit more. I like a bit more perspective, because then I can zoom in on it. This gives me the perspective I like to see, that it's got support from before. So as it consolidates, I'll be more interested. This is taking off where I can't deny it. but it's not a trade that I'm going to add on to here. Because it's so much of a 1, 2, 3 top at the same time that I can't play there. It has to do a deeper pullback before I can add on. Nope. Nasty. I can't play there at all. It's just too wide of a nasty. I have to look for something that's coming way down to a good pullback. This is not bad. It's not bad, and it zoom in on all of everything. It gives me the signal. Oh. That guy drives by here every day. I would imagine that he's an employee, because if I owned that truck, I wouldn't drive the hell out of it like that. CALO, it's coming down to a bottom formation, but not a 1, 2, 3. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. No. Okay, but I'm not actually trading this one. I love the chart formation. It's building up. I say that every time we come to it. Getting closer on CLV, but not yet. Comp, I think I'm already into, but it's not in profit. So continue on COTI. There's a nice formation building up right at the very bottoms again. Wow, I did take some profit on that, and I think it's covered the losses I took after that as I tried to add on. But now it's come all the way back to a good formation. Wow. So this is an example of you just got to go with the EMA crossover. One of the things that this teaches is, let's see if I can do it. This is always a pain now. They made it so it's harder to do this. It used to be that you could just remove the price. Okay, good. And then hide the clutter. And this tells what you should be doing in this chart. All the while it's red and yellow, there should be nothing going on. I shouldn't be looking for a buy signal. I should actually be looking for a sell signal when it comes up to a 1, 2, 3 formation underneath support and resistance, because it's in a downtrend. When it's turned green, it's in an uptrend until it's not green anymore. And then I have to let go and not try to second guess that that's going to be building from here, building from here. I have to wait for those things to confirm. So that the color coding is really important just for the overall. What are we doing in this market? It's red. I'm looking for a sell signal on a 1, 2, 3 consolidation, because this would be sell signals all the way down here that would be delicious, right? This is the sell signal. This comes up and it's not a very good 1, 2, 3, but those are the kind of the thing that would be the sell signal. And I know it because if I invert it, those would be the places I'd be wanting to look for the pullback and the buy signal. Not a really good example, but whoops. But kind of. Now let's continue on. CTSI, DAR, Dodo, Doge, coming down, gotta wait. Consolidating nicely above support from the past. So again, it's waiting for that red to change color, change strategy, because it's red, it's made a 1, 2, 3 top. That is the sell signal. And I am not as good at sell and exits as I am at buys. That's for sure. Even after all these years. So automating it is always good, because the automation gets you out when you should be getting out instead of the opinion. All right, let's continue on. Dusk. DYXY is starting to build up into something and breaking that trend line again. So you got to pitch in a little bit and see. EGLD, I probably got into this one late. And I knew it as I did it. I was a day late, and I put on the alert because I didn't do the scan on the charts this day. This was the only market that made the formation that I would have done the signal on. So I did the signal late, but I left the stop loss back because it's probably going to come back now and retest support. So I'll have to bite the bullet and survive through that. Not yet. This was nice. couldn't have predicted which one was going to go up from April. I got into a bunch of them and not all of them went up, but this went up enough to cover a whole bunch of those that did not. So it's evening itself out. EOS is a better bottom formation now, but still can't do it. Ethereum Classic is getting better. Ethereum is setting up so that it could be an add-on signal there if we're not already on it. FET is pulled back, but we've got the alert signal there, I believe. Not yet. I got to zoom back out again. Not yet on this one. No. 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 Not yet, but that's probably alert, or I could be in that and down a little bit. No, I gotta wait on that one now. Gotta wait on that one now. This one did a little spiky and then pulled back. So I think that's telling us that somebody bought everything in the order books, and it wasn't me. And that this is telling us that any 1, 2, 3 formation that builds up above these levels is going to be a play for me. GLMR back out to the longer time frame. Not bad. It's starting to set up. It's giving that would be a springboard trade entry, really an aggressive trade, so it'd have to be small, but all of these have to be small to start off with here. Getting set up there. GRT is getting set up. I might have that as an alert. Not quite yet. Not yet. They were looking good, but faded back. I don't know. Something went on here, something big, and it really got slammed back. I just got to assume that they're all going to get killed like this. And if I don't, then I end up holding it and not knowing why it went down. So another one, huge move, a nice 1, 2, 3 formation at the bottom. We just got to be patient on this one now. Looking good all the way down. It's consolidating where it could build into something. ID. I do have a little piece of this. I don't know if I got kicked out or not. I had a little piece of this. I don't know if I got kicked out. I still have to go and double check against the exchange again. INJ is setting up really nice. IOTX is setting up nice. Joe. Yeah, the spreadsheet is updating. Oh, let's change this. JST. Kava. KSC. Okay, another chart I really like. No, not yet. No. Getting close. Yep, that'll fire if it goes past those levels. No, that was disappointing. You're gone. Better get you out of there. Link. I like it. What a history Link has. I made a great profit on that. Probably didn't sell out as good as I could have for sure. Now it's coming down to a consolidation. Let's play. Even if we're not doing this for real and it's just paper trading, let's play. Let's put this out there and then do the add-on a little bit later. And 6 months from now, a year from now, we're going to look at like a $20 bill a whole different way. We're learning that we can make money work for us. It doesn't matter if you've failed before. It doesn't matter if you've struggled with this before. The secret is to put a little bit of money there and leave it. The emotional change in you when you put extra money there and you leave it and you don't do anything with it, but you watch it and you nurture it and you grow it and you leave it and you keep leaving it and you're watching it and you're nurturing it and you're growing it. It starts changing the way you spend all of your money. So LTC, I didn't do the signal on this, and I talked about this yesterday. I'm not going to do the signal on it because it's not a good enough signal, and it isn't. It's so I have to be watching now as it consolidates. I'll be grabbing this as it gets out of here, but I still can't do the signal. I'm really wanting it to pull back and consolidate a bit so that I can use this top and a consolidation this way for my risk. Probably gonna have to have it back down here no matter where I get in. So I could write that up now and I could put that into the spreadsheet. Magic, I can't do that yet. Go back to the daily time frame. Mana, Ah, wow. From the daily time frame as it comes back down to this, that's sure worth a tiny little play because of the way that we can now stack on to those starting trades. If we are fortunate and the market gives us what we need, who knows? But you can't do it if we're not planning for it. If we can't see it, we can't go there. Mav, nope, nope, nope. And like Alex Hormozy says, you only have to get rich once. And then you squirrel a little bit of money into all sorts of different places and keep your costs low until you've got a passive income that covers your living costs. When that passive income is covering your living costs, then you're on the fast track, according to Rich Dad, Poor Dad. MKR, I didn't want to do it. I'm glad I did. It's consolidating now to, could I add on to this? What's the percentage gain on it? No. It has to do more for me to add on to this. I could, but then I can ruin my nice entry if I add on too soon and it comes back just to my stop level. So I have to wait for this to actually give it quite a bit of juice and come all the way back, wrecking most everybody who got in late, and then I can add on. So I'm really waiting for it to do something. And if it doesn't, well, I can't do anything. But that's what I have to wait for. Looking like it's consolidating to go somewhere. That might be worth doing a signal on. I don't think I have one. No, it looks like not. Mover, I did before, but you know, I don't like it. It's just, whew. I'll do the signal as it comes up. Maybe I'm holding it at a big loss right now. So again, here's the lesson. Not tradable by our system. Okay. Kind of tradable by our system. Yet, look where my alert status was put in, where it's totally in the red. So I'll not make this mistake again. I'll wait until it comes around the corner. That's one thing about going through and finding a new trading rule, a new variance on the trading rule. Once that's written in, that's the way I do it. And I trade the 1, 2, 3s. That's the way I do it. Now I'm not going to get into these for an add-on signal until I see the color code. So I gotta wait longer than I want to. I gotta see at least the cross on the 4-hour time frame. I gotta see a little color. So near is giving us that color. It's starting to shape up. Neo, no. It's giving the color, but it's not giving a 1, 2, 3 that I like. And if I go through the longer time frame, it's not a chart pattern that really catches me yet. It didn't make a big pump in the where I want it in 2023 right here. It was just being killed. And at the very beginning of 2023, there was a pump in the alts. There was a pump in the alts here that this didn't do anything for. So I don't like it. I don't trust it. It could do a popcorn move. You could put $5 in there and put your stops way up there. And it could do a big popcorn move, and I don't know. But it's not something that I'm going to be favorable to, even though it's given us the color, which is what I got on there for. So no, I can't do anything with this. No, even though it's giving us the color, it's not giving us a nice enough 1, 2, 3 yet there. That has to build more for me. Nope. Close, but no. 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 The 1, 2, 3 isn't nice enough, so I have to give this more time. Already, I'm kind of holding this already, so I hope you don't go down anymore, but you're not in a good position, that's for sure. Look at that 1, 2, 3 top and that EMA crossover. I was seeing it, not doing it. ORN, this is looking better. OTX, no. Yes. PAXG, that means Bitcoin's going down. I hope that's a 1, 2, 3 top formation, and that as it comes through these levels, we're going to get some EMA crossovers here. That'll mean Bitcoin's taking off if PAXG starts to break down lower. Pendle, grab the bottom there. That's a nice pullback. That's a good 50% pullback. And if it does a 1, 2, 3 inside there, it's a legitimate add-on position if I still have it. People, I had this one. It was really great. I think it might have come back and kicked me out, but now it's pulled back to where the EMAs are setting up. Nothing here. Wow, this is below the EMA cross, but I'm getting in there when it's red. There's not even any yellow. So I'll have to admonish myself on that. It's not into a signal yet, but I'll have to be really aggressive on the stop management on that. Nothing there. No. Not yet. No. 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 Yes. And I'm glad I held through that. Some I held and I'm not glad, but I can rationalize them all when I find one that I am glad about. Downtrend. 1, 2, 3 is building up. It's got some time to build on that one. Render, I'm surprised. I thought we were going to be holding there and going higher, but it came down. Look at those EMAs and it's gone red. So I just have to listen to my own trading system. Hide the chart, hide the noise, and that's it. There's your signal. That's what to do. When to get in, when to get out, when to get in, when to get out, and just stand aside. Everything else is opinion. Everything else is fundamentals, which may be true and really good, but this is it. And then if you do them small and you average across all of them, you're sure to get the ones that take off. And if you add on to those, the ones that do take off, you are sure to be bigger on your winners than on your losers. And when Bitcoin season actually starts, or altcoin season actually does start again, and Bitcoin dominance does drop again, we'll be in the position. You know the story. Okay, this was worth watching. It's consolidating nicely. I don't know if I have anything. So Ray was up 52%. I better move the stop loss up on that because it's still in stage 2, and that should be moved into stage 3 so that loss is protected and it's not going to do anything. So I better go do that. What else do we have here now? SFP is in profit, 1%. Cool. I'll put these back on because, yeah. And it just barely survived. That was crazy. I don't know. Anyway, SHIB, here's the signal, but I'm not trading it because I'm not typing out that number of zeros. Bottom, no, no. Yes, I've got it. It's a signal there. It looks like it's going to go higher, but it's not a kind of signal that I like. I don't like to buy on these tops that look like they're going to go higher. Even if it's going to, I prefer to miss those ones, and yet it's a signal, so I have to put it out for the system, regardless of my preference. So SSV, not yet. No. Storage, one of my favorites, not yet. Not yet, but it's changing color there, so we got to start watching this. No, but it's given a pretty solid 1, 2, 3 bottom there, so that we could start watching for something. The EMAs are crossing over on the small time frames. It's giving us a place. I don't know if I've got a trade in this or not, but it's giving us a place where the risk to reward ratio is okay, and I would even have it down a bit more. I would have it down more. Let it have 1, 2 layers of support and resistance to go up through everybody else first before it gets to me. And my position size is small enough that I can let it go, and then I'm protected. It's like a little insurance policy that when it does go, I can add on to that with a lot more security. Not yet, super. Sushi. No. Not yet, actually. This is a pretty good, it's got the color, it's got a 1, 2, 3 bottom, it's got the nice clear trend line. Syscoin, come on now, that's lower lows, that's not good. T-Fuel and Theta have higher lows. They're looking like they're going to break out of those trend lines. That's really good. TIA's, like it's changing momentum direction there. Yeah, and look at that bullish divergence in the RSI. So you can look at all those indicators to verify the cross on the MACD. You can look at the Ichimoku cloud to see that it's over the cloud on the 12-hour time frame. You can look at the Bollinger Bands to be sure that it's not doing a Bollinger Band mean reversion sell signal at the time that you're getting your breakout. All of those are really important, yet you don't need to do them. You can just follow along with this, do it small, and once the season actually comes around, these will work. Zoom back out again. TON. So I'm wanting to sell this. It's really topping and staying steady here. And I can't because it's not crossed my EMAs. It's not crossed the 1, 2, 3s. And the Altseason Copilot would sell when the EMAs cross over. It would get out and be done with it. And it would look for the next time to get in. The Pro Alerts is trying to do nothing. We're trying to do nothing. We want to hold this if we can for an entire year so that when we do sell it, there's a totally different tax bracket or tax stuff for it. So we make a lot better profit on that if we do longer term trades. And we want to have the opportunity to hold this as our profit that should this coin come down to technical levels, consolidate, now I can add on with some pretty good confidence, and I can add on using my profit as a cushion. So I can have a larger trade here. All of that's made possible by doing nothing. And this is one of those things that if nobody points it out to you, you don't know this. You would miss this benefit in the long term. Jumping in and out, jumping in and out. Maybe you make more money by buying low, sell high all the way along, but you're paying more taxes, you're spending more time, more trading fees, less peace in your life. And I'm wanting to have my money work the philosophy that my money is working for me while I'm doing something else. So I cannot day trade. I must look at it every day, but that's it. When I'm done this in 20 minutes, I'm done. And if I'm not doing a video, this is fast. TRU. I don't know why that's not in hold position and in profit. Probably because I'm holding it from before. No, I don't know. TRX is in profit. I moved the stop loss up, so it's I got to move the stop loss a little bit more so that it's out of stage 2. Maybe I just did it in the chart yesterday and not in the spreadsheet. Wouldn't be a surprise. The spreadsheet's updating, so I thought I moved it. TWT 1, 2, 3 down forward. Really like it. I like it. Not as good as some of the others. Okay. I would take that back. It's back to support and resistance from some time, and it's done a crazy move. So having $20 in there, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. All of these coins have fooled me once, and I'm really working hard so that they don't fool me twice. And I make all sorts of different mistakes. This is how long my trading usually takes me. Just go, no. I can't do it. So this one, I've got my stop above the entry. XLM, I don't know if I have a signal out on that, or if it's fired now, it's in stage 2B, which is in hold status, but at a bit of a loss. And the stop is still down to where the loss could be bigger. XNO, and here's the XRP signal. So it's broken out. Let's go to XRP now in the Bollinger Bands. XRP. It is a Bollinger Band mean reversion sell signal on the 12-hour time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, on the daily time frame, on the weekly time frame. All of those tell me it's not going to be a good, profitable trade. And I don't know the future. It could be the beginning of the big surge, and it has to go outside the third standard deviation in the Bollinger Bands as it's really doing a big surge. So I don't know the answer. But I'll be watching for it to come down and pinch and consolidate here. And if it does and holds, then my trade will be good. If not, we'll end up losing 9%. on that trade. And that's it. Just have to watch for it. And I'll just leave it to see. I put all the coins through like a big sieve, like a gold, what do they call those things when they're sluice, gold sluice, those big machines you see on those reality shows where they're seeing how much gold that they actually sluice through this machine. And they take the dumpster, they dump everything into the machine, everything. And then the dumpster, like the boulders get taken out, and then the next size rocks taken out, and the next size rocks gets taken out. Everything down to those little tiny pieces of gold that when they run it through the last part, the gold, the heavy gold settles down so that they can collect out that gold. And that's what we're doing here is we're just putting all these coins through, and then we see which ones come back and hit our stop and which ones don't. We hold those ones that don't. And if there's enough gold in the mess, we make a profit every time that we go through the altcoin season. So every time we've gone through the wave of the altcoin season, we can squeeze out money. These last three have been protective waves where the alts are in a downtrend and our system is telling us to get ready, but don't do it yet. Get ready, but don't do it yet. Now it's saying get ready, and it's giving us a lot more of the, all right, step into this one, step into this one, step into this one. And we have a good set of those stage 3 coins. Okay, not a good set. Pendle, TON, ENS, and BNB. That's our stage 3 coins right now. And then we have the stage 2 coins that are in profit, but haven't moved the stop loss up. So there's a few of them there coming along. And we'll build out that portfolio as day by day until we get there. And Mr. Bone Dangles, I know exactly how long it takes until you get rich. And I have the formula. And I'm giving you the formula, and I want you to stick around and implement that formula and tell me how it's working for you. And I'm certain that once you start doing this formula, it's going to happen faster than the formula says. So here's the formula. And you'll be blown away and you'll be disappointed because it seems so simple. Take $20 a week and put it away and double that money just once per year. All you ever have to do is put away $20 per week and take your time with these altcoins and really wait for these signals. Diversify that out so that you double your money just once per year. Now, the first year it is not that exciting because you put in $1,000, you're putting in $20 every week. 50 weeks goes by, you've got $1,000 in there, and maybe you doubled that money this year. It's still not life-changing because you've only got $2,000 and you can't spend any of that. You can't take any of it out. Now you want that $2,000 to work for you. You're going to add in another $1,000 and you're going to double that money this year. So now you're going to go from $2,000 to $6,000 in the second year. And if you do this year after year after year, it starts to really build up in the later years where you're doubling your money from $500,000 to $1 million in 1 year by doing this very same thing, by doing it in the same diversified way, just doing larger positions as we go through all of these systems. Now, I don't know the future. I can't tell you, of course, if you're going to get these results, but this is the system, and that's what we're doing here. So what I want to do is show you how to make $20 a week for free, so that you can do this by earning money, by writing on Medium, by referring people to referral programs that pay you regularly, to exchanges and stuff like that, so that you can be earning more than $20 a week for free. Once you get that $20 a week for free going for you, and you're putting it into the trading system and you're doubling that money once per year, you can become a millionaire in 7 years. Now, if nobody's pointed that out to you before, you may feel ripped off that, why didn't somebody point this out to me like 7 years ago? That would have been great. I'd be sitting pretty. It doesn't always work every year because the alts have to do a pump for us. But the system is designed that way. That's what I'm doing. This is what I'm showing. And it's the do and show business model. I'm doing it, I'm showing you, and I'm doing it in public so that You just see it. And you don't have to buy anything. You can go and get the 7-day trial, take the whole course, get everything for free in the 7 days, cancel your membership. You've got it all. And then you can just follow along with these live streams. Or if you want to speed things up, you can go and get the Altseason Copilot Tradingview indicator yourself. And look at this back testing. This is like 1,700%, 1,100%, 2,000%. These are crazy back testing. As I went through and did Link, I don't know if this can come up, but it's over 1,000% as I did the back testing for Link, as I did the back testing here for Atom, as I did the back testing for BTC, as we did the back testing, and then I put all of those trades into the spreadsheet. I had the artificial intelligence tune this, so it gave us the very best setting. What is the best setting? Is the best setting actually the 60-20 EMA crossover? No, it isn't. And that's what you get when you just purchase the whole system. And there's a link down below for that. So lots of great things that you can do and earn money from, and then make that money work for you and become rich. That's it for the live stream today. Thanks for tuning in, Mr. Bonjangles. Good to have you along. And anybody else who's watched all the way to the end, you are a trooper. You're a serious crypto investor. Are you putting more time into watching the charts, or are you putting time into writing about that so that work is going to keep working for you, right? So you get another revenue stream. Anyway, I'm an evangelist. Cheers, trade safe, and keep your losses small.